It was a cold January night. Two hands holding each other, yet miles apart. Jennifer and Ethan were coming back from their work. Jennifer sighs and says,
I'm tired of pretending love is enough. Ethan, if we had money, we wouldn't be standing here freezing. Once I become an actor, life will finally feel like real living.
Ethan smiles slightly and says,
Why does everything stop at money for you? It's a cold night with our hands into hands. What more could you want?
Jennifer says,
Why don't you understand? The money we make isn't enough for the two of us right now. Let's just put the future aside for now.
This small conflict quickly escalated into a bigger fight. What started as a small disagreement soon turned into a heated argument. Words were exchanged, voices raised, and the tension in the room grew thicker by the second. That night, they didn't even touch their dinner. They went to bed without saying goodnight, something that had become all too familiar. Every small disagreement seemed to explode into days of silence between them. 3 days passed without them speaking to each other. The apartment felt smaller during those days. Silence filled the spaces where their laughter used to be. Ethan wanted to talk to her and Jennifer to felt the ache of not talking to him. Yet every time they came close, their different ways of seeing the world stood quietly between them, unmoved, unresolved. Jennifer spent her nights glued to her laptop, scrolling endlessly auditions, success stories, dreams of a better life. The glow of the screen reflected in her tired eyes, a mix of hope and frustration fighting inside her. Ethan watched her from a distance. Words felt dangerous. He knew one wrong sentence could turn everything into another fight, and this time, he didn't want to fight. One evening, Ethan finally made a decision. He took a deep breath, pushed his doubts aside, and walked toward Jennifer. She was sitting on the couch. Laptop open as always, chasing a future that felt closer to her than the present ever did.
Jennifer,
He said softly. At the sound of his voice, her heart skipped. It was the first time in days. She looked up at him. Ethan wanted to say so much, but the fear of reopening old wounds kept his mouth shut. Instead, he stepped forward and wrapped his arms around her. For a second, she froze. Then slowly she hugged him back. No apologies, no explanations, just two people holding on, afraid to let go. But days passed again and nothing truly changed. Jennifer still chased dreams of wealth and escape, while Ethan stayed quietly by her side, supporting her, as he always did. Every night they lay on opposite sides of the bed, their backs faced each other, yet neither of them slept. Ethan stared at the wall, replaying her words again and again. If only we had money. Jennifer stared into the darkness, biting her lip. She hated the cold, the struggle, the waiting. Dreams were easy to talk about when you weren't the one counting coins. Until one day, the phone rang. A phone call that changed everything.